This is Michael Hale from Red Zone Radio, and we've got some breaking news coming in this morning. Multiple emergency bulletins are being issued across the country about what authorities are calling unidentified aerial phenomena. Now, before everyone starts with the little green men jokes, take a breath.
Too late, Michael. You can feel it out there. People are calling the station like it's election night and the lights just went out.
Folks, we're going to keep our heads. These bulletins are short on details, heavy on the word unidentified, and light on anything concrete. We've seen misreports before. We've seen balloons, weather experiments, aircraft tests, and yes, publicity stunts.
He says publicity stunt, like someone decided Monday was too boring and wanted to give America a heart attack before breakfast.
It's Tuesday.
Even worse.
All right, here's what we actually know. The first notice we received came through the wire a few minutes ago. It references temporary flight restrictions. Temporary, emphasis on temporary, over parts of major metropolitan areas. Not one city, multiple. We've got listeners all over the Northeast with their heads tilted back, and our phone lines are already stacked. Let's do this responsibly.
And to be clear, nobody is reporting attacks. Nobody is reporting explosions. Right now, people are reporting something up there.
Exactly. And because rumors travel faster than truth, we're going to stick to first-hand accounts and verified bulletins. Jenny, give me the first bulletin in plain language.
Reading. Focused. Federal aviation authorities advise pilots to avoid specified airspace due to unidentified aerial activity. Civilian aircraft are instructed to comply with updated routing. That's the plain version. It's short, it's vague, and it's not normal.
It's not normal, but it's also not proof of visitors from Mars. All right, we're going to the phones. And listeners, be clear, be calm, tell us where you are and what you see. First caller.
He says calm. Meanwhile, everyone in New York is acting like the sky just became a front page.
Line 1, you're on the air.
Okay, so, hi, I'm in Brooklyn. I'm on my roof because my neighbor was banging on my door like the building was on fire. And there's this massive glowing thing. Like not a plane, not a helicopter, it's just sitting there.
All right, ma'am, slow down for me. When you say glowing thing, describe it. Shape, color, movement.
It's like a big oval, but not like a blimp. It's too smooth. It's bright, but not blinding. And it's silent. That's what's freaking me out. It's just hovering like it owns the sky.
How big would you say? I know that's hard, but give me your best guess.
Like a football field, maybe? I know that sounds crazy. My boyfriend's here and he keeps saying I'm exaggerating, but he's staring with his mouth open, so...
I appreciate you calling. Now I have to ask the boring question. Could it be low clouds reflecting city lights? Could it be some kind of aerial advertising?
It's not a sign. It's not clouds. It looks solid. And there's like a shimmer around it, like heat waves, but it's not hot out.
All right. Stay safe. Stay off rooftops if people start crowding. And thank you.
Okay, that didn't sound like a prank call.
People get excited. People misjudge distance. We're not concluding anything from one report.
Focused. Then let's get more reports, because the lines are full.
Line 2.
I'm in Queens near the Parkway. I'm outside my building with like 20 other people, and it's just there. It's huge. It's not moving, and there's no sound. No engine, no nothing.
Ma'am, are you seeing lights? Any pattern?
It's like it's glowing, but not like a light bulb. More like it's lit from inside, and it changes a little. Like it's breathing. I don't know how else to say it.
And you're sure this isn't a plane facing you with landing lights?
Sir, I've lived under flight paths my whole life. This is not that. And a police car just drove by slow, and the officer was looking up too.
All right, thank you. Please don't approach anything if it comes down. And if you see emergency instructions, follow them.
Michael, we have 2 separate boroughs, similar description, and it matches that wire bulletin about restricted airspace.
It matches something unknown in the air, yes. That's what unidentified means.
We're also getting notes from affiliates. Boston area, Philly, Baltimore, not just New York.
Read that carefully. What exactly are they saying?
Reports of stationary lights over downtown, unusual object hovering near the river, police receiving calls about a large craft. Not just New York, not just the Northeast. Chicago's desk is sending the same kind of language.
All right, this is where I stop joking. If multiple cities are reporting the same thing at roughly the same time, it's either coordinated tests or something we haven't been told about.
and people hate not being told.
We're going to stay with verified information. Another wire update just came in. Jenny?
Serious. Air traffic control reports anomalous returns and visual confirmation in multiple sectors. That's a careful way of saying they're seeing it on radar and with eyes.
Radar anomalies have happened before. Weather can create returns. But combined with visual reports, that's not nothing.
Our producer just handed me a note. His wife called from Central Park. She sounded shaken. She's not the type.
That's personal. That's not a rumor mill. That's a real person with a real voice. All right, folks, if you're listening in other cities, tell us your location. Keep it clean, keep it factual. We're getting reports now from the West Coast too, and that's an important detail.
Los Angeles affiliates are saying commuters pulled over on the freeway looking up. Houston is reporting something above the medical center district. Chicago reports an object near the lakefront.
That takes this from local weirdness to national event. And the lack of explanation from authorities is going to make people fill the silence with fear.
So we do the opposite. We fill it with careful truth.
Exactly. We have one more call before the top of the hour. Line 3, go ahead.
I am in Manhattan, Midtown. I can see it between the buildings. It's like the sky has a new moon, but it's lower. People are standing in the street like they forgot where they were going.
Ma'am, listen to me. Are you safe where you are?
I'm okay. Everyone's staring. And I feel stupid, like I should be doing something, but what do?
You do what you're doing. You stay aware. You don't run into traffic. You don't crowd on ledges. You keep your family close. That's what you do.
It's just hovering. It's not attacking. It's like it's waiting.
Thank you. That word, waiting, I want listeners to hold on to that. Waiting doesn't mean friendly, but it also doesn't mean hostile. It means unknown, and unknown is hard for human beings.
Michael, we're at the end of hour 1, and I don't think anyone's appetite for breakfast is coming back anytime soon.
Here's where we are. Multiple cities reporting large, silent, hovering objects. Federal aviation authorities have restricted airspace in some regions. Local law enforcement is receiving a flood of calls. No confirmed hostile action. No official explanation yet.
And people are still going to work, like normal, but with their eyes on the sky.
Stay with us. In the next hour, we're going to try to confirm whether these sightings are isolated tricks of light or a coordinated global event. And if you're listening and you're scared, be scared later when you have facts. Right now, be smart. It's 7 o'clock on the East Coast. If you're just tuning in, this is Red Zone Radio. Hour 1 brought us something we don't say lightly in broadcasting. An unknown event unfolding across multiple American cities. Not a single report, not a single neighborhood, multiple locations, similar descriptions.
And the biggest theme we're hearing isn't fire or noise, it's silence. People keep saying the same word, hovering.
Here's a quick recap. Federal aviation has restricted airspace in several metro areas. Listeners in New York, Chicago, Houston, and Los Angeles report massive luminous objects stationary above city landmarks. Authorities have not provided an explanation beyond monitoring. That's the situation.
And now the lines are even worse. Not worse like quality, worse like volume. People can't get through.
We're going to start with a call from someone who says he's a pilot. Jenny, remember the call rule. If it's a male caller, you take it.
Understood. Line 1.
It's 7 o'clock on the East Coast. If you're just tuning in, this is Red Zone Radio. Hour 1 brought us something we don't say lightly in broadcasting. An unknown event unfolding across multiple American cities. Not a single report, not a single neighborhood, multiple locations, similar descriptions.
And the biggest theme we're hearing isn't fire or noise, it's silence. People keep saying the same word, hovering.
Here's a quick recap. Federal aviation has restricted airspace in several metro areas. Listeners in New York, Chicago, Houston, and Los Angeles report massive luminous objects stationary above city landmarks. Authorities have not provided an explanation beyond monitoring. That's the situation.
And now the lines are even worse. Not worse like quality, worse like volume. People can't get through.
We're going to start with a call from someone who says he's a pilot. Jenny, remember the call rule. If it's a male caller, you take it.
Understood. Line 1.
Good morning. I'm a commercial pilot. I can't give my name on air.
That's fine. Tell me what you can tell me. Where are you and what did you see?
I was on approach earlier, and we got a sudden reroute from air traffic control. They sounded rattled. Then I saw it. It wasn't a weather balloon. It wasn't a blimp. It wasn't any aircraft. No lights like navigation. No engine signature. Just a shape. Smooth. And it moved in a way that made my stomach drop.
Moved how?
Instant. Not acceleration like a jet. It was there, and then it was not there. Like it stepped sideways. No sound, no trail, no climb. Just displacement.
Uneasy. Could it have been an illusion? A cloud bank? Something reflecting?
Ma'am, I've got thousands of hours in the air. You learn what clouds do. You learn what reflections do. This was intentional movement. Like something that knows where it wants to be.
That's a chilling way to put it.
I'm calling because people are going to start inventing stories. I'm telling you what I saw with my own eyes, and I've never said that sentence before in my life.
All right. Thank you. Stay safe.
That's the first aviation-adjacent account that includes movement not consistent with known aircraft. That matters.
And now we have multiple bureaus reporting the same thing happening in different time zones. That's another shift. This isn't just morning commuters in New York.
We have a short official statement coming in. Careful language. Jenny?
Defense officials confirm awareness of unusual aerial objects in multiple regions. Assessment ongoing. No public threat statement at this time. That's it. That's all they're giving.
No public threat statement. That is not the same as no threat.
But it also isn't invasion. People hear defense officials and their brains fill in the rest.
Right. So we stay disciplined. We have a scientist willing to speak on the record. He's at a university here in the Northeast. We're not saying names until we confirm credentials, but he's a physicist, and he says the motion being described is not consistent with any human technology he's aware of.
And he's not using the word alien. He's using the word unknown.
Exactly. Another report. Police departments are receiving so many calls, they're having trouble sorting real emergencies from sky reports. That's a dangerous mix.
Also, airwaves are acting strange. Not in a dramatic way, but we're getting reports from smaller stations that their signal is fluctuating. Not gone, just unstable.
That could be atmospheric, that could be overload, but we log it. We keep track of what's different today.
Affiliate note. Los Angeles, object seen above downtown and near the harbor. Chicago, object above the lakefront. Houston, object stationary above Central District. Atlanta, similar reports. Michael, this is climbing from national to global.
We also have early reports out of London and Tokyo. That means whatever this is, it's not just American airspace. It's the sky.
The whole sky.
All right. We're going back to calls. Line 2, Jenny. Male caller.
Go ahead. You're on.
I'm on the lakefront. I called because I didn't want to be crazy alone. It's just sitting over the water like it doesn't care about us at all.
Describe it.
It's like a disc, maybe, but not like the old movie ones. It's smoother. It's clean. And the air around it looks wrong, like the light bends.
Any sound? Any wind?
No. That's what scares me. If it's that big and it's that low, something should be happening. But it's like physics took a cigarette break.
All right. Don't get too close to crowds. And if authorities tell you to move, move.
What do you think it is?
I think it's something we don't understand yet. And I think you're not wrong to be unsettled.
Folks, this is the moment where skepticism becomes responsibility. We can't laugh this away, but we also can't let fear stampede us.
Michael, producer note again. The Central Park report from his wife. She says the object is now obvious to the naked eye. People are gathering. Police are trying to push them back, and it's not working.
That's a powder keg. Not because of the object, because of people. Crowds move like weather, and crowds get people hurt.
Focused. We also have a university physicist statement. He says the described acceleration patterns, if accurate, would exceed structural limits of any aircraft we know. He's telling people, don't assume it's a foreign government. Don't assume it's ours. Don't assume anything.
That's the best advice so far. All right. End of hour 2. Here's the truth. We have objects in the sky over multiple cities in America and abroad, with motion described that doesn't fit standard aircraft. We have restricted airspace. We have cautious government language. No confirmed hostile action.
But the jokes stopped being funny.
In the next hour, we're going to address the reports that the White House is preparing an emergency statement. And we're going to focus on safety, because if this stays peaceful, the biggest danger in the next hour might be panic. 8 o'clock, Red Zone Radio. If you're joining us now, listen carefully. The situation has escalated from mystery to something the world has never faced in real time. We have official confirmation that the White House is preparing an address, and the language coming across the wire has changed.
The words they're using now are not words you hear on an ordinary morning.
Recap. Hour 1, reports. Hour 2, multi-city confirmation, restricted airspace, aviation accounts. Now, Hour 3, federal officials are acknowledging non-human origin. That phrase is coming in carefully, but it's coming.
Which means the human imagination finally gets to stop guessing and start coping.
Markets are reacting. We're hearing about trading halts. We're hearing about evacuation of some downtown zones, not because of attacks, but because officials are trying to keep people out of danger if something changes quickly.
People are also ignoring warnings and gathering anyway. Central Park is a magnet right now.
Let's go straight to on-the-ground accounts. We have a caller from Manhattan. Female caller, I'm taking it. Line 1.
Hi, I'm Maria. I'm in Central Park. I know you're going to tell me to leave.
Maria, are you safe?
I think so. There are police everywhere. People are crying, people are praying, but nobody's fighting. Everyone's just looking.
Describe what you see.
It's huge. It's not like a plane. It's not like a balloon. It's like geometry. Like someone built a shape that doesn't belong in our world and then set it gently in the sky. The colors shift, not flashing, shifting, like it's alive.
And it hasn't attacked. It hasn't moved aggressively.
No, that's the strange part. I should be terrified, but I'm not. I don't know why I'm not. I feel small, in a good way, like the universe just got bigger and it didn't crush me.
Maria, I want you to stay near the edges, not under crowds, and please, if police tell you to move, you move.
I will. If this is history, I want it to be near it. Is that stupid?
No, it's human.
Whispering. Thank you.
Maria, thank you for calling.
Michael, I don't know how to say this without sounding dramatic.
Say it plainly.
The White House confirmation came through. They used the phrase non-terrestrial origin.
All right. Folks, there it is. This is not a drill. This is not a test flight. This is not a foreign plane. The White House is acknowledging that what is in our skies is not from any nation on Earth.
And, importantly, they're also saying there's no hostile action reported. None. Anywhere that they know of.
Which is a mercy. But it also means we're living inside uncertainty. The first question is safety. The second question is intent.
We have a NASA-adjacent scientist willing to speak to us briefly. He's not doing a long interview. He's offering limited observation, and he's emphasizing caution.
Put him through.
It's a male caller. I'll take it.
Good morning. I can't give my full details, but I work with aerospace tracking and analysis.
What can you tell us?
These objects are positioned deliberately. They aren't drifting. They aren't random. They appear over population centers and open spaces. Parks, waterfronts, large clearings, areas where visibility is high.
That sounds purposeful.
Purposeful doesn't automatically mean harmful. It can also mean communication attempt. If I were trying to be seen without causing immediate damage, I'd choose those locations too.
Are military aircraft engaging?
They're present. They're maintaining distance. The posture appears to be observe and contain, not escalate.
Quiet. Is there anything in their behavior that suggests hostility?
So far, no. If they wanted to destroy infrastructure, they could do it already. The restraint is notable.
Thank you. That's the most important word we've heard today.
Restraint. That's a human word for a non-human presence. but it's the best handle we've got.
People are calling crying, not from terror, from joy, from relief, from something like wonder.
And people are calling terrified. Both are real. Both are understandable. But we need to keep our communities intact. Stay with your families. Check on neighbors. Do not rush into crowds.
Reports. Los Angeles has a craft above Griffith Park, Chicago over the lakefront, Houston near major open zones, Seattle has reports, Miami, Denver. This isn't a single craft, it's many.
Which raises the question, are they everywhere, or are we just now noticing?
That's terrifying.
Another update. The President's emergency address is scheduled within the hour.
The world is holding its breath.
Firm. End of hour 3. Here's what we know. Official confirmation of non-terrestrial origin. No hostile action reported. Objects appear positioned deliberately above visible public areas. Military observing, but not engaging. Crowds gathering.
And human beings, reacting like human beings. Praying, crying, laughing, freezing.
In the next hour, we're going to cover what may be the first attempt at communication. And if you're out there under that sky right now, don't get brave, get smart. 9 o'clock Eastern. This is Red Zone Radio. If you're just joining, we are in confirmed first contact conditions. The White House has acknowledged non-terrestrial objects over multiple cities. There have been no hostile actions reported. And now, something new is happening that appears deliberate.
People on the ground are describing patterns, not random lights, not drifting, patterns.
Quick recap. Confirmed, visible, global, no aggression. Now, communication indicators. We have reports that some of the objects are projecting sequences, mathematical, repetitive, consistent. If you're a listener at home with a notebook, write down what you hear if we read it out, but don't invent symbols. We need accuracy.
Scientists are coordinating across universities, observatories, and agencies. They're comparing notes through wire and telephone lines because everyone understands the same thing. Math doesn't belong to one nation. It's the closest thing to a shared language.
The President has addressed the nation briefly. One statement. 1. He urged calm, asked citizens to avoid gathering beneath the objects, confirmed a peaceful posture so far, and said our best minds are working to interpret signals. That's all.
It was the calmest voice in the world's loudest room.
We have a returning caller from Hour 1, a skeptic named Tom. Male caller, Jenny, that's yours.
Tom, you're on.
It's me. Yeah, it's Tom. I'm the guy who said this was a stunt.
And now?
Now I'm standing outside and I can see it. I can't deny it. I feel stupid. Not because I doubted, because I laughed, like it was a joke, and it's not a joke.
What are you seeing?
It's like a smooth thing in the sky, but it's doing something. It's not just sitting there. There were lights forming shapes, not like a sign, like a sequence. My neighbor's kid is counting out loud like it's a game.
What's he counting?
He keeps saying 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and then he stops and starts again. I don't know what that means. I just know it's not random.
Those are prime numbers, Tom.
Then it's math.
Yes, and that's important. That means intent.
Intent to what? Talk.
Maybe. And I know that's terrifying. But it's also the best possible first step, isn't it? If they wanted to scare us, they could do it in 1,000 ways. This feels careful.
I don't deserve careful, but I'm grateful.
Thank you for calling back, Tom. Stay safe.
Prime numbers. Not English, not Russian, not Chinese, not any flack, just the universe's backbone. If that's what's being projected, that is the cleanest hello we could hope for.
We're also hearing reports of another constant, pi sequences, repeating in light pulses. Universities are trying to compare timings. Observatories are confirming.
And we have an issue listeners should know. Some stations are reporting brief interference around the same time these sequences appear. That may not be intentional. It could be a side effect of their technology. I repeat, we do not know it's aimed at us as an attack.
It's just, the air feels different today.
We also have varied reactions from faith leaders. Some are calling it divine creation revealed. Some are urging caution and prayer. Others are telling people not to interpret too quickly. We're limiting those statements because this is not a sermon hour, but it matters. America is a country that processes the unknown through belief as much as through science.
And families are gathering, not in crowds under the objects, at home, neighbors knocking on doors, people sharing radios.
I want to speak directly to the person listening alone in a kitchen somewhere, scared to look out the window. You're not weak. You're not foolish. The world is changing above your head. Fear is normal.
But so is wonder.
Now, there's an early, crude attempt at interpretation. Scientists are cautioning against certainty, but some symbols, paired with the math, appear consistent with concepts like peace and exchange.
Exchange is huge. That implies they're not just here to be seen. They're here to meet.
End of hour 4. Here's what we know. Visible signals in mathematical sequences, likely primes and constants. Scientists worldwide coordinating. The president urging calm. No hostile acts reported. Crowds still forming in some places despite warnings.
The message we've been waiting for might not be words. It might be the oldest language we've got.
In the next hour, we may see humanity's first attempt to answer back. 10 o'clock Eastern. Red Zone Radio. We are now entering a stage of this event where human behavior becomes as important as anything in the sky. Because people are gathering, peacefully in some places, dangerously in others, and authorities are trying to keep order without escalating fear.
And at the same time, something extraordinary is happening. Communities are trying to respond with intention. Not weapons, not threats, symbols, music, mathematics.
Recap. Non-terrestrial objects over many American cities and worldwide. No aggression. Mathematical sequences projected. Prime numbers. Constants. Early interpretations suggesting peace and exchange. Now, humanity reaching back.
Scientists and communication teams are setting up in open spaces, parks, fairgrounds, stadium fields, places where large groups can be managed and signals can be observed. They're using lights, large boards, and coordinated patterns. Nothing fancy, just something visible.
Before we get romantic, here's the practical truth. Emergency services are reporting 0 casualties from the objects themselves, but injuries from crowd pressure, people climbing rooftops, drivers stopping on highways. The danger is human panic.
If you're listening in a car, keep driving. Don't stop in lanes. Don't become the tragedy while staring at history.
We have a linguist willing to explain how this might work. Mail caller, Jenny.
You're on.
Good morning. I'm a linguist. I specialize in how humans build meaning from patterns.
Tell people what you think is happening.
If you want to communicate across species, you start with what's least ambiguous. Math, prime numbers, ratios. Then you pair those with visuals. A simple symbol repeated after a sequence can become this symbol equals this concept.
So when people say they might be signaling peace, that could be pattern association?
Yes. If the sequence repeats and the same emblem appears after it consistently, you can begin a dictionary. It takes time, it takes patience, and errors will happen.
What about music? People keep mentioning tones, harmonics.
Music is structured math. Rhythm is count. Harmony is ratio. It's a bridge. If they're responding to patterns, sound may be part of it, even if we can't hear it the same way.
Thank you. That's the clearest explanation we've had.
It takes time. It takes patience. Those are words I wish every listener would tape to their fridge today.
We also have a child caller, female caller. Michael, it's yours.
All right. Sweetheart, you're on the radio. What's your name?
Emma.
Hi, Emma. Where are you calling from?
My mom says we're in New Jersey. We can see it from the backyard.
Okay. What do you want to ask?
What do they look like? Are they nice?
Emma, that is the best question anyone has asked today. And the honest answer is, we don't know yet. What we do know is they haven't hurt anyone. They've been careful. They're showing patterns like they want to talk. Those are good signs. But we still have to be cautious. Because meeting someone new, anyone new, means learning them first.
Like when I started school?
Exactly like when you started school. You don't run up and hug the first stranger you see. But you also don't hide in the closet forever. You learn. You listen. You let grown-ups help.
Okay. Tell them I like drawing.
Emma, I think that might be the nicest message humanity could send. Thank you for calling. Stay close to your mom.
Michael, I swear that just broke something open in me.
Emma's question is the question. Are they nice? And right now, millions of people are staring up, hoping the universe is kind.
Reports say some objects are beginning a slow descent in certain places. Open zones, not dense streets. That's important. It suggests they're choosing safer landing conditions, or it suggests they're positioning for something else. We don't assume. We observe. But yes, it's better than descending into tight city canyons. And there's a report of the first two-way exchange. Human teams projected simple peace symbols alongside mathematical constants. The object responded with a harmonic pattern and repeated the constants back.
That's not random. That's acknowledgement. That's conversation beginning.
People are describing strangers hugging, families gathering, people who never talk to each other sharing coffee like it's a snowstorm.
Crisis reveals the worst in us sometimes. But right now, so far, it's pulling out something else too. A kind of unity we don't practice enough.
There are still pockets of fear, people locking down, some calling it a deception, some calling it prophecy, some calling it the end.
Those feelings are real, but they don't get to steer the wheel. Safety and clarity steer the wheel.
End of hour 5. Here's where we are. Human teams attempting reply using math, light, and simple patterns. Early signs of response. Crowds gathering, mostly peaceful, some dangerously dense. No aggression reported. Emergency services urging calm.
11 o'clock Eastern, Red Zone Radio. If you're just joining us, here's the short version of the longest morning in human history. Objects of confirmed non-terrestrial origin are hovering over major American cities and many global population centers. No attacks, no demands, no explosions. Just presence. And now, patterns.
The patterns are changing. It's not just math anymore. It's meaning. You can feel the room shift when someone realizes they're not watching lights. They're watching language being built.
Recap from the last hour. Teams in open areas began sending simple visual replies, mathematical constants, and basic symbols. Multiple observers reported the objects responding by repeating those constants and altering their sequences, like they recognized we were trying.
That's not proof of friendship, but it is proof of attention.
Now we've got the first major breakthrough coming across university lines and government channels at the same time. Researchers are suggesting the sequence sets, prime numbers, pi, then repeated paired symbols, are producing a consistent translation in plain concepts, basic concepts, not poetry, not politics. The first rung on the ladder.
I'm looking at a wire summary from a scientific coordination group. They're describing 3 recurring concepts that keep aligning with the same simple patterns: peace, knowledge, and exchange. Peace, knowledge, exchange. If you're a person who has been shaking all morning, I want you to hear those words and just breathe for a second. And if you're a person who's been celebrating all morning, I want you to hear those words and stay grounded. Because humans can turn any miracle into an argument if we're not careful.
All right, we're going to the phones. We have a report from Central Park. Female caller. I'm taking it. Maria, are you there?
Michael, I'm here. I'm still on the edge like you told me. The police are trying, but they're not fighting people. They're just pleading with folks to give space.
How's the crowd?
Big, but different than I expected. There are families, people holding hands. A man next to me just offered his jacket to a stranger. Like everyone's trying to be their best self because they feel watched by the universe.
Soft. Tell me what you're seeing now.
It's pulsing in a pattern, and when the scientists down here flashed lights, like a big board with symbols, the craft responded by repeating it back, then changing it slightly, like it's saying, "Yes, I understand. Now look."
Cautious. Any sudden movement?
Quiet, steady, no, slow, careful, like it's trying not to scare us.
Grateful. Thank you, Maria. Stay smart.
Michael, you can hear it in her voice. She's not just witnessing something. She's being changed by it.
Speaking of being changed, We have a call from a man who says he brought a guitar down to one of the open zones. Male caller. Jenny, you take it.
You're on.
Hi, I'm Jake. I'm across the river, in a big open field where people can see the thing. I'm not a scientist. I play music.
What happened?
People were trying to do numbers and symbols, and it was working, kind of. But then, this sounds crazy. I started playing. Just chords. Slow. Nothing fancy. And the craft responded.
Responded how?
It pulsed in rhythm, like it found the beat. Not like a disco light, like a heartbeat matching mine. And the crowd got quiet. Quiet like church quiet. And I swear, I've never felt a crowd breathe together like that.
That's incredible, Jake.
Did it feel threatening? No. It felt curious. Like when you meet a dog and you hold your hand out and it sniffs you. Not the same thing, but that feeling of we're figuring each other out.
Thank you for calling. Please keep yourself safe.
Math, light, and now music. If this is communication, it's communication through structure. Patterns that don't belong to any one language.
Another development. The United Nations is assembling an emergency delegation. Fast. They're selecting scientists, linguists, and diplomats. The summary says to coordinate a unified human response.
That's the right instinct. Because if we answer as a fractured planet, we risk turning first contact into a tug of war.
And yes, there are divisions. We've received reports of small groups protesting, demanding the objects leave, demanding the government attack, demanding the government surrender. Every fear is finding its microphone.
But the core question is becoming clearer, because we have what may be the first coherent decoded phrase drawn from repeated sequence mapping. This is still preliminary, but multiple research groups are converging on the same meaning.
The phrase is being rendered as, "We come in peace. We wish to share. Will you welcome us?"
Folks, that is a sentence you never expect to hear in your lifetime. Not as a movie line, not as a fantasy, as a real question hanging over the streets of your hometown.
Michael, what do we say?
We don't say anything rash. We don't answer with panic. We don't answer with a trigger finger. We answer with our best minds and our calmest hearts, because whatever happens next becomes history's foundation.
I need to tell listeners something else. Technical reports. Radio engineers and communications operators are reporting increased interference, unusual tones and frequency drift near the times these pulses intensify. There is no sign it's targeted, but it's affecting communications.
Which means our era's fragile lifelines, radio, telephone, may become unreliable when this activity peaks. Keep backup plans. Know where your family meets if phones fail. Not because the world is ending, but because uncertainty punishes unpreparedness.
End of hour 6. Here's what we know. Decoding has moved from numbers towards meaning. We have a preliminary message that reads like a peaceful invitation. UN coordinating a response. Crowds gathering in open zones. Still no hostile action.
Grave, steady. In the next hour, we may reach the most terrifying and hopeful moment yet. Human beings stepping forward to answer a question the entire planet just received. Noon Eastern. Red Zone Radio. If you've been listening all morning, you can probably hear it in our voices. We're tired. Not from work, from reality bending.
And now it's bending again, because the welcome question may not be theoretical anymore.
Recap. Preliminary translation suggests a peaceful intent and an offer of exchange. Communication attempts continue using structured patterns, math, symbols, harmonic rhythms. The UN is assembling a unified delegation, and now multiple sources report something new, an invitation, not to surrender, not to worship, an invitation to meet.
The phrase being relayed through scientific channels is being interpreted as selected humans may approach. Some teams describe it as safe corridor indicated, others describe it as guided path.
We are not encouraging random listeners to walk under these objects. Do not do that. This is being handled by organized teams with emergency services present.
The delegation list is forming. Scientists, linguists, diplomats, yes, but also something else that's surprising. Reports suggest everyday citizens are being included. People who made calm contact in open zones. People who didn't scream. People who responded with patience.
If that's true, that says something about what they value.
Concerned. We have a family member of one of the selected delegates on the line. Female caller, Michael.
Gentle, you're on the air.
My brother got picked. He's a scientist, yes, but he's my brother. And they told him he may be asked to approach the craft.
Linda, breathe with me. Is he safe right now?
He's at a base outside the city. They're briefing him. I'm just sitting by the radio because sometimes the phones don't go through. And I'm thinking, what if I never hear his voice again?
That fear is real, and your pride is real too. Your brother is standing in a doorway no human has ever stood in before.
He said he feels like he's walking toward a sunrise, and he doesn't know if it's warm or if it burns.
That's a perfect sentence. Linda, listen. If the posture remains calm, if they continue to show restraint, then your brother is not walking into a trap. He's walking into the unknown. And the unknown is terrifying, but it's not automatically evil.
Do you think they're really friendly?
I think they've been careful. I think they've given us chances to panic, and they haven't punished us for it. That's a good sign. But we stay cautious, we stay smart, and we pray for your brother, if praying is what you do.
Thank you.
Michael, I don't think any of us were built for this.
We adapt. That's what we do.
Reports from multiple cities, organized teams approaching designated open zones, Chicago lakefront area, Los Angeles parklands, Houston fields. Television networks are repositioning cameras, and radio stations are pooling reports. The world is trying to witness without interfering.
And not everyone supports it. We have reports of military advisors urging more distance, small protests demanding the objects depart. Some citizens are convinced this is a deception.
That fear doesn't make them villains, it makes them human.
But fear can become a match if someone strikes it.
We have Tom calling back, male caller. I'll take him.
Jenny, it's Tom again. I'm not even embarrassed now. I'm just stunned. They're saying people are going to walk up to it. Like, actually walk up to it.
How do you feel about that?
Part of me wants to scream no. Part of me wants to run there and see it. And part of me feels ashamed that my first instinct is fear. Because if they wanted us gone, we'd be gone.
That's a fair thought. What are you seeing where you are?
The neighborhood's split. Half the folks are outside, half are inside, with curtains drawn. And nobody's judging each other out loud. It's like we all know this is bigger than pride.
That may be the healthiest thing I've heard today.
If your brother goes up there, tell him thank you. Whoever that lady is.
I will.
Folks, this is the crossroads hour. The planet has been asked a question, and now a few of us may step forward to answer with action, not words.
We have initial descriptions coming through from one approach team. They describe the craft as alive with light. They say the nearer they get, the calmer they feel. That could be adrenaline, that could be suggestion, or it could be something in the field around it.
We don't romanticize that. We observe it.
One more update. Organized approach is underway in at least one East Coast location. A small group has crossed the perimeter under supervision. They are reporting back through shortwave and telephone relays. They are still alive, still speaking.
End of hour 7. Here's what we know. Invitation to approach appears real. Delegates selected. Families terrified and proud. Some dissent present but mostly contained. Contact teams moving carefully. No aggression reported.
In the next hour, we may hear the first human describe the inside of something not made on Earth.
1 o'clock Eastern. Red Zone Radio. We are receiving reports that a delegation has approached, entered, and then returned. And I want to emphasize, returned, alive, speaking, changed.
We're all waiting for one word, not technology, not power. One word, intent.
Recap. Invitation extended. Delegates selected. Small approach teams moved under supervision. Public gathered in vast numbers, mostly peaceful, some fearful. Now the first reports of what happened inside.
The descriptions coming in are consistent across separate delegations. Gentle, luminous, patient. Those are not words you expect when you're thinking of conquest.
We have a woman on the line who says she's part of a medical staff that witnessed one of the demonstrations that occurred immediately after the delegates returned. Female caller. My call. You're on.
I'm a nurse. I'm calling because I'm hearing people talk like this is a miracle and nobody's asking about safety.
Diane, thank you. What did you witness?
A delegation returned and they brought a device. I don't know what else to call it. And they said it was offered, not demanded. They said it was meant to heal. There was a child, sick, very sick. A team of doctors verified his condition, and then the device was used.
And what happened?
Shaky. Improvements fast enough to scare me. Breathing stabilized, skin color changed, fever dropped. Not instantly cured forever, I'm not saying that, but it looked like someone took a drowning person and put their head above water.
And your concern?
Firm. Dependence. Consent. Control. If they can heal like that, they can also manipulate. And everyone's crying and cheering and not thinking.
Those are fair concerns. And you're not wrong to voice them. Safety protocols matter. Oversight matters. But I also want to name something. Hope can make people reckless. Your job today, Diane, is to be the voice that says, slow down, without killing the hope.
Exactly. Thank you. I'm a nurse. I'm calling because I'm hearing people talk like this is a miracle and nobody's asking about safety.
Diane, thank you. What did you witness?
A delegation returned and they brought a device. I don't know what else to call it. And they said it was offered, not demanded. They said it was meant to heal. There was a child, sick, very sick. A team of doctors verified his condition, and then the device was used.
And what happened?
Shaky. Improvements fast enough to scare me. Breathing stabilized, skin color changed, fever dropped. Not instantly cured forever, I'm not saying that, but it looked like someone took a drowning person and put their head above water.
And your concern?
Firm. Dependence. Consent. Control. If they can heal like that, they can also manipulate. And everyone's crying and cheering and not thinking.
Those are fair concerns. And you're not wrong to voice them. Safety protocols matter. Oversight matters. But I also want to name something. Hope can make people reckless. Your job today, Diane, is to be the voice that says, slow down, without killing the hope.
Exactly. Thank you.
Michael, I'm reading the delegate summary. They claim the visitors shared a story, an ancient traveling civilization, explorers. They say the visitors have watched humanity from afar, waiting for a moment when we didn't greet the unknown with immediate violence.
If that's true, it's a hard mirror.
Reading, no demands in return except peaceful cooperation and eventual participation in a broader community. That's what the summary says.
And the words no demands are going to be interrogated by every government and every citizen for years.
But then there's this line. They showed us images of other worlds, not as threat, as invitation, as proof we're not alone and never were.
We also need to acknowledge division. There are citizens terrified of cultural collapse. There are citizens worried about autonomy. There are citizens convinced this is a trap.
And those people deserve to be heard without letting them become a spark.
Firm. Another government update. A joint committee is being formed to manage relations with scientific oversight and international coordination. One announcement, no more. That's what we have.
And now the streets in some cities look like celebrations, and in others like silent vigils. People don't know how to behave when the impossible is gentle.
Measured. End of Hour 8. Here's what we know. Delegations entered and returned. Beings described as gentle and luminous. Offers of knowledge and medical assistance described, with early controlled demonstrations. No demands reported.
Public reactions split between joy and fear.
In the next hour, we may see the first large-scale proof that this isn't just symbolism, that it's change.
2 o'clock Eastern. We've crossed into the part of the day where you stop saying if and start saying now. Now humanity is negotiating. Now humanity is being offered gifts that sound like mythology. And now we have visible demonstrations being verified by medical teams and environmental observers.
And it's not happening in one room. It's happening across America. Seattle to Miami, Chicago to Los Angeles. Small towns hearing big city reports through radios like this one.
Recap. Delegations met the visitors. Visitors described as peaceful. Message interpreted as welcome into a wider community. Offers of healing and knowledge described. Government forming oversight and coordination groups.
Formal agreement language is emerging. Not a treaty, not yet. More like a framework of cooperation. It emphasizes consent, transparency, and shared oversight. That's important for the fear in the room.
We have a caller from Seattle who says she witnessed a medical demonstration at a hospital being broadcast through television networks and relayed by radio affiliates. Female caller. My call. You're on.
Michael, I'm outside the hospital. They bought the equipment and with doctors around it like it was a bomb and a miracle at the same time. A little girl. She was dying. Everyone knew it. And then...
Sarah, slow down. What happened?
She sat up, like waking from a nightmare. Her mother screamed and then laughed and then collapsed. And the doctors don't cry like that in public. They were crying.
Did anyone confirm this wasn't staged?
There were too many professionals, too many skeptics. They checked everything, like they were terrified to be fooled. And then it happened anyway.
How do you feel?
Breathless. Loved. That sounds stupid, but that's what it felt like. Like the room got warmer without heat. Like something looked at us and didn't hate us.
That doesn't sound stupid. That sounds human.
Michael, I can't stop thinking about the people who died yesterday, who missed this by one day.
That grief is going to live alongside the joy.
Environmental demonstration reports. A polluted river segment was treated. Witnesses say the water clarity changed measurably, and dead fish were removed without machinery. We have officials on record saying they're collecting samples, verifying, not rushing to conclusions.
Good. Verify everything. Protect people from wishful thinking.
We have a male caller from Los Angeles who says he saw one of the visitors outside the craft in a designated zone. Male caller. My call. You're on.
I don't know how to describe it without sounding crazy. It wasn't like a monster. It wasn't like a man in a suit. It was luminous, like light shaped itself into a person. And it moved slowly, like it knew we scare easy.
Did it touch anyone?
It reached out toward a woman who was crying. Not fast. It waited until she nodded. Then it touched her hand, and she stopped shaking. She just calmed down.
Do you think that was manipulation?
I don't know, but it felt like comfort. Like when you put your hand on someone's shoulder.
Thank you for being honest about what you don't know. That matters today.
Across America, people are meeting the unknown and discovering it isn't automatically cruel. And that's rewriting something in the human nervous system in real time.
There are still resistance groups forming, mostly peaceful. Their message is go slow, protect our identity, don't become dependent. That's not insane, it's caution.
The danger is when caution turns into sabotage, when fear decides it has to save everyone.
We also have reports of unprecedented cooperation between nations, shared scientific teams, shared medical oversight, shared communication protocols. For once, humanity is acting like a species, not a collection of flags.
That might be the real miracle.
And Michael, your cynicism earlier today, I don't hear it anymore.
I carried cynicism like armor. It made me feel smart. But this makes me feel small. And in a strange way, that's a relief.
Soft. End of hour 10. Here's what we know. Cooperative framework forming. Verified demonstrations of medical and environmental assistance underway with oversight. Visitors emerging in designated zones, interacting gently and slowly. Joy widespread, caution present, resistance mostly peaceful.
The danger is when caution turns into sabotage, when fear decides it has to save everyone. In the next segment, the last stretch of the first 12 hours, we may hear the clearest message yet. Not a hint, not a pattern, a declaration of what this day means.
4 o'clock Eastern. Red Zone Radio. If you're still with us, you've lived an entire lifetime inside one day. 12 hours ago, this started as a weird bulletin and a handful of callers. Now it's a new era.
People keep saying this is the beginning, and for once it doesn't sound like a warning. It sounds like a door opening.
Recap: non-terrestrial visitors arrived over multiple American cities and worldwide. No hostile action. Communication established through math and pattern. Delegations invited aboard. Visitors described as gentle and luminous. Offers of healing and knowledge demonstrated under oversight. Cooperation frameworks forming.
And now we have the most complete decoding yet. Multiple teams agree on the phrasing. It's being rendered like this. Welcome to the galactic family. You have been isolated long enough.
Isolated long enough. That's a sentence that makes you rethink every lonely night in human history.
It also comes with a revelation. The visitor's message implies Earth has been observed, and in certain ways, protected from dangers we didn't even know were near. They say they waited for maturity, for readiness.
That part will be argued. It will be questioned. It should be. But as a narrative of intent, it's consistent with what we've seen. Restraint, patience, careful steps.
We have Tom calling again. Male caller. I'll take him. Tom, you're on.
Jenny, I'm in Central Park now. I made it. I'm not close. I'm on the edge. But I can see one of them. And I feel like my whole life before today was smaller.
Do you still feel afraid?
Yes. But it's not panic fear. It's respect. Like standing near the ocean. I wouldn't call the ocean friendly. But it's beautiful. And it's real. And it doesn't hate me personally.
That is the most Tom sentence I've ever heard.
I deserve that.
Warm. Stay safe out there.
Tom went from mocking to witnessing. That's a whole American arc in one day.
We also have Maria calling back. Female caller, Michael.
Maria? Are you there?
Michael, I don't know how to explain it. People are sharing food with strangers. A man who looked like he hadn't slept in years just hugged a police officer. And nobody's asking what party you voted for. Nobody cares. It's like we remembered we're all the same animal.
Are people behaving?
Mostly. Police are still trying to keep space. People listen more than they did this morning. It's like the crowd grew up.
That might be the most important change today.
Hopeful. I saw a child wave, and one of them waved back. Not like a human wave, but an acknowledgement. Like it understood joy.
Thank you, Maria. You've carried this story with your voice all day.
Michael, the children are going to be the ones who live in the world that comes after this, and their questions are going to shape it.
Speaking of which, we have a child caller. Female caller. My call.
Hi there. What's your name?
It's Emma again.
Emma. How are you holding up?
I drew them. I drew the big one and the light person. My mom says I can bring it to school tomorrow.
That might be the first homework assignment in history that includes visitors from the stars.
Are they going to stay?
I think they're going to be here for a while, yes. And I think we're going to learn how to live with that. Slowly. Safely. With rules. With grown-ups being careful. And with kids reminding us to be kind.
Okay. Tell them I said welcome.
I will, Emma. I will.
Reports say schools are already planning educational programs. Hospitals are planning oversight protocols. Cities are adapting, closing some areas, opening others, trying to keep things calm.
We are watching a new normal assemble itself piece by piece, like a house built during a storm.
There's also one final line being repeated from the visitor's message, and it's the kind of line that makes you put your hand over your mouth because you can't believe you're hearing it. This is not an ending. This is the beginning you have always been meant for. 12 hours ago, I was making jokes about little green men. Now I've watched humanity meet the unknown and not be destroyed by it. I don't know what the next year looks like. I don't know what the next decade looks like. But for the first time in a long time, I feel like the future is bigger than fear.
Tomorrow, everything will be different.
Tomorrow, everything will be better.
This is Red Zone Radio. We'll be here when the sun comes up again, in a world that has changed forever.